All right, now the 12RA here now moving towards the right side of the map. If you can look at the map real quickly, the 22nd do have the top of the hill right off the bat. They are going to use it. They're going to stop on top of the hill. They may take a couple shots here. The 12RA. 12RA now in a danger. 12RA taking one casualty inside, taking down Dread, and that's already making it 16-16. 22nd getting that good kill right off the bat. The 22nd are on top of this hill. The 12RA have a big gap in the center of the line, making this a little bit awkward for them to stop quickly. 22nd to take a second volley. The 12RA. 12RA going to keep moving towards that Valley of Death, but the Valley of Death is going to keep them a little bit safe. They go to the left defilade here. 22nd did not decide to let go of their bullets. Farmer now here on the right telling his line to reform to the left of the leadership there. Now one of the players does get out of the server. Chase Cole does get probably timed out. His internet must have freaked out or something. 15 versus 16 making this the 12RA now outnumbered them by one. Canadian Hero does take down Schwarzenegger there with one shot there from that volley. Beautiful shot at that distance. 22nd could have expected a couple more kills, but it's not going to happen. Only Canadian takes it. 12RA now going to find a hill on the opposite side. The 22nd are really crunched up. They're going to go ahead and line up at the bottom of this hill. 12RA could stop on this hill and take some shots at the 22nd, but the 22nd are just going to quickly reform, and the 12RA are so spaced out. They're going to do a reverse column back towards the top of this hill, but they're going to go into the Valley of Death. 22nd now about to fire their guns, but decide to reform the line to the right. 12RA have huge gaps in the center of their line. Now they're going to go reverse column. 22nd is in trouble here. 12RA bursts a beautiful reverse column. They could fire into the 22nd. 27 could make a mess of this, but the 22nd fire back. The 12RA don't get any shots off. Finally, the Red Sea is being taken down by Green. Mountain Goat taking down Lex, taking Wolfham. Warner Brothers are taking down Blount. The 12RA around that hill there, ladies and gentlemen, now moving towards the bottom of the hill. And ladies and gentlemen, going into the melee, 10 versus 11. Canadian Hero does take down Italy. Farmer takes down Darius. We have Mr. Maguire here on the left flank. The melee is breaking out here in the center. A lot of heavy casualties on the right. 22nd is on the hill a little bit on the right here. The leader is going to be outnumbered by 1 to 4. Does take a downswing there. And the melee is starting off well. Suan Korean taking down Ginger. Protein taking down Hero. And Revenant taking down Moose. And now Rourke here in the center trying to move towards the center of the map, trying to help out his team. 6 versus 9 right now. 12 winning this melee. Sour Cream pulling it big. Rogue, Pat, Go taking down Maguire. Now one of the last players alive. It is Nikla, but he cannot do much. He gets outnumbered there in the center. There's a team kill. He's still alive. Gets about to get stabbed from behind, but does get missed. Goes for a down, an up stab. Does take down player from the 22nd, but from the 12RA, but it's not enough. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a victory for the 12RA. 1-0 right now versus the 22nd. Now the 22nd on top of this big hill. They're maybe fired down at the bottom. The 12RA literally have a mountain to climb if they want to be any use from this bottom of the hill here. 22nd can take their shots, but there it is, taking their shots. A couple hits from the back of the line. Then Schwarzenegger does get taken down by Canadian Hero. Same player from last round, taking down the same player from the last round there. 22nd now on top of that hill. 12RA at the bottom of the right end of the hill here. The 22nd just need to keep firing. The 12RA are in huge trouble. The 22nd have such a huge map advantage that it would be ridiculous for the 22nd not to just keep firing. The 12RA decide to do a reverse column, but there's a lot of clumps everywhere. And Darius does taken down by Lex from the 22nd. 22nd wearing the red uniforms against the blues that are the 12RA at the bottom of this hill. 12RA now at the bottom of this hill trying to get even, but they are outnumbered by 2 players right off the bat. 22nd fire their shots. That is bottom taking down Nexus. Pat taking down Proteus. The 12RA need a good melee right now. It is 12 versus 16, outnumbered by 4 players. The 22nd are getting the reloads off. They're going to go ahead and reform their line. The 12RA do stop. Warner does take down Wall, but the 22nd are going for the melee. They're not going to let them fire. The melee is about to start, and Rourke does take down Security. The melee starts here, and Warner Brothers has his sword here on the right flank. The 22nd should stay on this hill. Remember, the way to win melees is to keep on the higher ground, and the 22nd do have some players on top of the hill and some at the bottom, but the 12RA are going to keep marching back here a little bit. 12 versus 7. The 12RA are not looking good right now. Nikla here on the left flank trying to do his best for his team. 22nd now beating 12 to 4, 12 to 3. Now the last 2 players here on the side. Warner Brothers trying to do his best for his regiment. Trying to go for an up attack on the left, but does not get anything down. And he's backing up with his teammate. Teammate's about to get backstabbed here, and does get backstabbed there. Now Warner Brothers alone on the left flank, goes for a left stab, does get taken down Ginger, but does go for an up attack on a teammate, and does get stabbed from behind by Mitch. Warner Brothers. Now the 22nd moving towards the top of the hill. 12RA now in a bad position again, but they could be going for that hill right in there, but I'm not sure if they're going to. 22nd now moving towards the right side of this hill here, and they might actually catch him in a bad spot here. 22nd can stop right here and fire into the backs of the 12RA. This is such a bad spot for the 12RA, but the 22nd are not hitting in their shots. The 12RA are so clumped, but the 22nd only get 1 shot off, and G-Tags does take down King Kunta, but that's not enough to make too much of a dent in the 12RA. 12RA now 16-16 makes it a little bit even, but the 12RA are not on top of this hill. But by the time the 12RA gets on top of this hill, 22nd are going to be behind that hill and have more than enough time to reload and be safe from the 12RA shots. 12RA now on top of this hill. 22nd gave up that hill with only taking 1 casualty from the 12RA, which is not such a good strategic view from the 22nd, but the 22nd will go ahead and 22nd might be in trouble here. 22nd moving out towards the defilade a little bit to be even a little bit more safe, but the 12RA do have good eyes on them. They could get a couple headshots if they wanted to, if they were lucky, but the 22nd are now safe, and a lot of the players here of the 12RA must be a little bit confused that their leader has timed out from the server. 22nd fire a volley here on the 12RA. 12RA did take one hit there on the left flank, which means if he goes into the melee, he's one shot away from dying with that bayonet. Now 22nd on the other side. 12RA sitting here in the blue. We do have Tiger Dudek there in the center of his line, trying to hold his peace in this tournament. He's been... Oh my goodness, 22nd fire volley across the map there. G-Tag taking down Rourke and Wolfham taking down Warner. Ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. That is some beautiful shots from the 22nd. At this distance, at that height, the 22nd do really show that they have some accuracy to them. And that was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, 16 versus 13 right now. The 12RA are outnumbered by 3 players already. 22nd looking strong. 12RA trying to move their line here on the right side of the map, trying to gain some distance, because the further you are away from the 22nd right now, the only more men you could lose. So the 12RA want to use their melee power, but the 22nd fire volley across the map, but don't get any shots off, ladies and gentlemen. The 22nd are about to fire another volley into the 12RA. 12RA, they're really crunched up, and they only get one kill there. Mitch does take down Tiger Dudek. There's another reverse column from the 12RA towards the 22nd. 22nd have already outnumbered them by 4 players. The last time they were outnumbered by 4 players, the 12RA fell really quickly, and this time they don't have Warner Brothers to lead them. There's a reverse column there by the 12RA, and the 22nd are just firing right now. The 12RA need the better leadership. Moose does take down Revenant, and now the 22nd probably will get reloads off. The 12 now lining up to fire at the 22nd. 22nd taking 2 casualties right off the bat. Wolfman and Canadian Hero, and 22nd do fire back, but the 12RA are just becoming a mess right now. A lot of FOS from the 12RA. 13 versus 6. Hedgehog here on the left flank. The melee has started. Hedgehog trying to do his best. Just knocks down J-Taker's black button, does take down button go, and Roderick does take down Lean. Ladies and gentlemen, Hedgehog does sort of downstab on that player, gets him right off the bat with a beautiful downstab. Does have one shot on, but he only gets second down for his team. Moose takes him down. Ladies and gentlemen, this makes it 22nd versus the 12RA. 22nd winning 2-1 right now. Warner Brothers needs to come back into the server and lead his regiment to the glory that it deserves, because he did time out last time. He is back in the server now, though. Warner Brothers to lead his regiment. It looks like the round was voided due to officer connection loss, so the round did not count apparently. So it is still 1-1. I'm quite sure both regiments agreed on that, or else I'm not sure if that would be possible. There it is, Bottom taking out Sour Cream. So the score is still 1-1. 22nd versus 12RA. 12RA players do seem to be a little bit messy right now. 22nd on the other side. By the way, that was a beautiful headshot from the 22nd. I'm not sure how he got that shot off on that distance, but he just did. That was a beautiful headshot, and might he say calculated. So now we do have Burns McGurn here in the back. Across map. There it is. We have Lex here. Protest with 4 and 3, top fragger for the 12, and we do have Black Bottom going big right now for the 22nd with 6 and 1. He's only died once, and he's gotten 6 frags for his team already. Big important player, so that is crazy. 22nd here on the other side, trying to place themselves in a better spot. And 22nd firing across map here. The 12RA come out facing towards them, and Ginger takes down Protus. That is a huge kill. Protus is the top fragger with 109 ping for the 12RA, and he immediately gets taken down. So that is huge kill for 22nd. 22nd now firing the shots. 12RA here moving to the right side. 22nd are going to go ahead and move Farmer, leading the line towards the center of this valley here, which is the Valley of Death. I don't understand why he would do this when he could have moved to the right side of the map. He could be going for that hill in front of him, but the 12RA might stop behind him and take a couple shots. The Farmer now regiment is in trouble here. If the 12RA decides to stop and take a couple shots at the 22nd, they can take casualties, but the 12RA are going to keep mirroring their moves. They're not going to let them get onto this hill without them getting into this undervalley here. Now the 22nd stop on top of this hill. The 12RA now are in danger. They are a little bit of a map disadvantage, but the 22nd are on this hill. They're going to quickly reform to the left and right of that player there in the center. The 12RA have a lot of gaps in their line. You see that gap here in the center? If the 12RA decide to stop, they're going to take a lot of time. But there's a reverse column from the 12RA. They could stop right here and fire the 22nd. There's another reverse column. They could stop right here and fire the 22nd. 22nd are completely parallel to them. 22nd are going to quickly reform. 12RA about to fire their shots at the 22nd, but the 22nd are not taking any casualties. Oh, just a big mess for the 12RA. 12RA finally lining up. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is. 12RA firing back their guns, but it's not enough. 4 or 5 players taken down, but making making this 13 versus 11. 12RA only being outled by 2 players. 12RA have shown that their melee is really strong, so being outnumbered by 2 players might not be enough for the 22nd to take this victory. And there it is, Canadian Cannon fodder does take down Indian Sight Blight already. McGurn trying to do his best over here in a 4v1, and it is the right side. 22nd bringing it big from the right side. Big Black Bottom taking out 2 kills already off the bat. Canadian Hero doing his part. Junithar trying to do his best, goes for a down stab, does not get anything, and making this 11 versus 3. The 12 have one last player alive, and I think he might be AFK, so this is a win for the 22nd, and trying to look for the last player. He is AFK, he probably will be slayed. 22nd taking this victory to 2-1 versus the 12RA. Versus the 12RA. Just like I said, guys, the 12RA had those gaps there in the center. Do you see like these gaps right here? You see these gaps? You see this gap? Do you see this gap? Do you see this? Whenever they decide to do a reverse column like that, and they want to stop to exploit that reverse column, they can't. See this big gap right here? Whenever they decide to stop like that, they have to wait for this guy to join up with this guy, then to turn and fire. They can't do that very efficiently if they're all spread out. But the 22nd is a unit. They're a unison. Every time somebody stops from the 12RA, the 22nd, boom, taking them down. So it makes the gap even bigger. So that is a huge deal that the 12RA need to fix right now. 12RA losing 2-1 right now. 22nd on top of this hill, firing some shots at the 12RA. 12RA in the Valley of Death again. 22nd can just take a couple shots. Ladies and gentlemen, what a huge volley from the 22nd Wolfham. Oh my goodness, and then just Mitch and Wall all taking down players on the 12RA, making this 18 versus 13 right off the bat. What a beautiful volley from the 22nd on that double up there in the center. The 22nd now on top of this hill, reloaded and ready to let go of another hellish volley. The 12RA here on the right flank, trying to do something, trying to outflank the 22nd, but the 22nd are not going to let it happen. 22nd might reform the line to the left and right of that guy there in the center. Right off the bat, they do that. They've always done this. Every time they get outflanked, they reform to the left and right. 22nd just looking such a better form. 22nd looking very strong, very together. They're a very well drilled regiment. They do everything together. Their drills on point. They're all together. Their shots are on point. 22nd now firing at the 12RA. 12RA trying to bring it back, but the 12RA just not going to do any much. 12RA now bringing bot down to 16 versus 8. It is not enough, and the 12RA going into the melee. 15 versus 8. Procher is here from the 12, trying to do his best, backing up with his teammate, and Warner Brothers is still alive for the team, so he might be doing something in the melee here, and does get taken down by Button there. Black Bottom now with 10 and 1 kills with that last one right there, and the 22nd cleaning up house here now. Last player alive, trying to back up, trying to do his best. 1 versus all here, 2 versus all, now 1 versus all. And ladies and gentlemen, last guy over here on the right flank trying to do his best. It is one of the last 2 players. Actually, there's another player alive somewhere. He might be AFK. He's trying to do his best. Goes for a turnaround step. Goes for an up stab. Goes for a down block. Now it's a 1 versus 1 situation. While his teammate is closing in, he's trying to sidestep to get away from the team. Goes for a down stab. Goes for an up block. Gets it correct. Goes for a turnaround stab on Indicious and does get it off right on the bat. But he is outnumbered right now. Tries to go for a turnaround stab and gets stabbed from behind. Black Bottom now 12 and 1. What a huge player for the 22nd. He's been doing so well this match. It is completely crazy how well he's been doing. 12-1 right now against the 12RA, and now the 12RA last player might be AFK, so this might be an automatic win here for the 22nd. The last player is alive somewhere, reloading his gun for some reason. And he is last player alive. He is 1 versus 14. There could be a clutch of the season here, ladies and gentlemen. 1 versus 14 clutch. Mountain Goat, the last player alive, ready to go against 1 versus 14. Can he do this? The dream, is it alive? He puts up his arms and accepts that he cannot do the 1 versus 14. 12RA losing now 3-1 versus the 22nd. Now here on the right flank trying to do their best. Again, look at these big gaps, guys. The 12RA need to fix these gaps. That gap right there. Look how many players are clumped up here in the center. The 12RA need to fix their drill. They need to fix the way they're playing. They need to just get on the game. They need to play the way that they got into the semi-pros, because right now they're not playing like that. 22nd moving away from that hill, realizing that they are a little bit more on form today than the 12RA, so they're going to go ahead and maybe I would be aggressive if they were. I mean, they're a very together regiment. Look how together their line is. It's very tight, and they're working as a team. So, and the 12RA have players that are AFK that are coming back into the line late, so that could be cause a problem. 22nd, again, very well drilled regiment. .22nd here on the other side does take 1 casualty. Pator is like down the legs, and now the 12RA are firing some shots, and only one of them does take that 1 casualty from the 22nd. 22nd, this is the first time they've taken a casualty when they've been on the move, so that is something new there. And now the 22nd are outnumbered by 2 players, so that is not too good right now. The 12 bringing in more players from their roster tonight here. 12 now moving forward. one of their players is doing something funky here, trying to get a reload off, or just trying to move his player. Now the 22nd stopping here. The 12 are trying to fire back. The 22nd are quickly lining up. Both of these runners exchanging fire, and looks like we have the 12 RA and the 12 and the 22nd trying to fire back. The 22nd doesn't even come out on top right now. 14 versus 14. It is a tie, ladies and gentlemen. The 12 do have a better angle here on the right side of the flank of the 22nd, but the 22nd are on top of the hill, and the 22nd has shown that they have really great accuracy, so I'm not sure if they're going to lose this shootout here. The 22nd on top of this hill. Mitch will take down Darius, and Protoss take down Wonham, and back bottom is still alive from 12-1. Protoss still alive, 6-5. Top fraggers from both sides still alive. Pat does take down Adam, and Protoss does get taken down by Seamus or Seamus, and ladies and gentlemen, that is 13 versus 10. The 22nd looks like they're going to go ahead and snowball right off the bat. 12 RA decide to go for a charge at this distance. 22nd need to save their bullets, land those shots. 12 RA need to get away from each other, get them to miss their shots. One of the players here is going for an extreme flank. Farmer might notice him, might shoot him here in the face. Farmer does notice that player. Can Farmer take this shot? Misses. Now Hedgehog now coming in for the victory here. 13 versus 8. We've seen this before. The 22nd playing together. Goat does get taken down by Black Bottom, making this 13-1 for him. Moose here doing really well. He's done so well in the season. He's done so well in the Semi-Pro League. He's such a good player for the 22nd, and he knows it. So he's being really, look how well he's feinting here. But the 12 are coming big back on the right, but making this 10-5, outnumbered by 2 players right now. Pat does take down King Kunta. And we do have Hedgehog trying to do his best. Goes for an up, goes for a down stab. Teammates start to come and tries for a turn-on stab. Burns McGee tries to come to help out with the 3v2. Last player is alive here from the 12. Two of their best players at the moment, feinting very well. Goes for an up attack, does not get Warner though, or 22nd Farmer there, and there it is. Finally gets taken down. Wall Hedgehog Amit takes down Warner is a gay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is from Darius of the 12, doing well for himself right now, and Protoss with 6-6 right now. And ladies and gentlemen, if we can have an MVP of this game, it would be Big Black Bottom with 13-1 right now. He is doing so well for his regiment. So it is really interesting to see this. There is Hotfire saying, or Super Hotfire saying, "I hate nerds. Must suck to be one then." And we're going to go ahead and quickly form a file. I'm guessing it's looking a little messy onto what they want to do. I think they formed 2 lines. Unfortunately, I think this is a 1-line only event, so the 12 array actually moves into 2 lines. So I don't know. I don't think they realized that they couldn't form 2 lines. It can only be in 1 line, so they literally just moved into 2 lines, which is completely awkward. But now it's making them really risky. Now the 22nd here on top of this hill, the 22nd are going to fire, but they're not going to fire here. The 22nd are going to go ahead and not fire their guns. They're on top of this hill. The 12 RA here on the other side. They are in the Valley of Death. They are a little bit dangerous, and Black Bottom here, one of the best players that we've seen tonight from the 22nd, takes aim. He's about to fire. Can he get a frag here? Ladies and gentlemen, 22nd letting go of their present arms. They're going to go ahead and shoulder their arms. 12 RA are going to stop here. The 22nd are in trouble. The 12 RA actually together this time. 22nd are at a bad angle. The 12 RA have a beautiful flank on the 22nd. If the 12 RA can finish this, they can do really well, but the 22nd do get them down to 15 versus 17. The 12 RA finally lining up, but they didn't get their shots off. Now the 22nd are on top of this hill. 12 RA Sir does take down Wheels. 22nd firing back. Bottom taking down Tigers. Insidious taking down Junior Star Warner. Warner trying to bring Warner Brothers trying to move here to the left side, trying to get a better flank of the 22nd. But the 22nd might get reloads off here. Nick Claw does take down King Kunta. 22nd will get some reloads off and reform their line. 12 RA trying to move closer, and the 22nd let go of their bullets right off the bat. The 22nd mowing them down like it is a farm, ladies and gentlemen. Jäger here on the right flank, 22nd getting some beautiful shots right at the bat and being outnumbered by twice. 5 versus 14. Swordjäger trying to go for a down stab, does not get anything done. He gets down tap once. It is a 1 versus 2 for Swordjäger here from the 12. Does side block and gets taken down. And now one of the last players alive here for the 12. Hedgehog 1-0 right now. Goes for a turnaround stab, but does get taken down by Ginger with a quick close down stab. So that is a win right now for the 22nd. 22nd 5-1. We need to win 2 more rounds for the 12 RA to lose this into 22nd to be $200 richer. Lean from the 22nd, there on the center of the line, Lex, Insidious, Wheels, still Wheels, then Pat, Core, Ginger, Moose, one of the better players from the 22nd, Nikla, Amit, Wall, and McGurn. 12 RA now. 12 RA need to line up on top of this hill and fire some shots at the 22nd, but the 22nd are wide open. If you guys can look at this right now, the 22nd are at the bottom of this hill. What happens when the 22nd were on top of the hill? The 22nd were firing at the 12RA when they were at the bottom of this hill. The 12RA don't do that. They're right now on top of this hill. They're not shooting at the 22nd. The 22nd will be on top of this hill before the 12RA will be, and they were on it the whole time. So the 22nd here now, moving towards the right side of the map, 12RA could take some shots that could hugely favor them, and the 12RA stop on top of this hill. The 22nd decides to stop right there at the bottom of the hill, take some shots at the 12RA, but the 12RA on top of the hill, the 22nd landing some huge shots. It is beyond me the accuracy that the 22nd have, making this 12-10. The 22nd are at the bottom of this hill right now, and they actually won the firefight. There's a lot of FOLs coming in from the 12RA, and the 22nd trying to bring it back. Moose has taken down one of the last players, and McGurn's here with a sword trying to do his best. The 22nd, oh my goodness, the shots that they landed from the bottom of the hill is just completely crazy. Darius trying to win his melee here on the right, 7 versus 7. 12RA could win this round. Darius holding up block here, fighting 1v1. Moose, 22nd player, trying not to get lured into a 1v2. He does get off to the right. And Moose here, 1v2 on the left, 7 versus 7 melee. A lot of the melee is breaking out. Nexus does take down Colin from the 22nd, 12RA. Now making this 6-6. One of their players is left alive. The player, Bill McGurn, does get taken down by Swordsager. Ginger's taking down Nexus. Still alive here with Moose. Moose here coming in to help in the 1v2, 2v1. Hedgehog trying to bring it back. 5v3, 22nd outnumbered by 2 players. 22nd, Nikola trying to do his best. Wheels does take down Tiger Dune. Wheels taking down Moose, taking down 2 players. Moose taking down another 1 player. Moose coming in with a double kill. Now 2 versus 2. It is Hedgehog, Rourke, Moose, and Nikola. Ladies and gentlemen, now Nikola to go for an upstab. Does not get anything contact. Now 1v2. He's got it from behind. Moose tries to get the counter stab. He does get the refrag there. And Moose versus Dork here goes for a down stab. 1 versus 1 to make this 6-1 or 5-2. Does get a side block there. Moose goes for a down stab. Does go for a down feint. Goes for an up block. Go for a down feint. And side blocks. And Hedgehog takes him down with a down stab. And Moose, one of the better players, with 5 and 2 for that round. Side blocks, making this 5-2 for the 22nd versus 12RA. 22nd now might be feeling a little pressured, but the 12RA do have a breathing room now. 12RA with 2-5 right now versus the 22nd. So 12RA winning that 1v1 at the end of that round. The 22nd looks so good. They got like 10 kills from that bottom of the hill shootout against the 12RA, won the melee, but at the end of the day, that 1v1 came down to Moose, and Moose slipped the mouse and wasn't able to secure it. The score is 5-2, 22nd leading right now. There is a team kill from Mitch onto Big Black Bottom. So, don't know what that all about. Big Black Bottom was the top fragger for the 22nd in the first half, going 13-1, and he does get team killed by Mitch there. So I'm not sure what that was all about, but I'm pretty sure people aren't happy about it. So 22nd losing a huge player, a huge carry player in the melee to just a random team kill. So I'm not sure if that's going to sit well with the leadership or with the regiment itself. 12RA letting go of the shots, but not letting too much land on the 22nd. 22nd not taking a single hit. Now the 12RA feel like they've missed their shots and to get back and cover. 22nd can feel really aggressive now. The 22nd know that the 12RA are reloading. They can be aggressive. They can move towards them, but they're going to be a little bit smarter. They're going to move and to take a hill while not taking casualties. So 22nd playing it smart here. 12RA are reloading and moving towards the 22nd. 22nd and 12RA are on a collision course to claim the next round though. So 22nd on the left here trying to do their best. Red now moving on the other side here. So Pancakes now again in the center of the flank and trying to do his regiments. Both the admins have said both regiments to engage, get close and engage. So it is now up to the admins to resolve all this running around. So 22nd versus the 12RA here. Warner Brothers now moving on the right side of the map. In parallel is the 22nd on the other side. 22nd doesn't stop here. Maybe fire some shots. 12RA to the reverse column. 22nd could fire at the beautiful clumps that the 12RA have right now, but the 22nd are going to be a little bit smarter about this, because if they do fire the shots here, they're going to have a regiment that's going to be a little bit in higher elevation, and they could lose that gunfight. Now the 22nd do realize that the 12RA just did a reverse column. They could fire at the 12RA. 12RA could stop on top of this hill and mow down the 22nd. The 12RA have shown that they have good accuracy too, but I don't think it's going to be enough to justify what the 22nd have shot. So now the 22nd are now on the higher elevation. The 12RA have just completely given up the hill to let the 22nd. There it is. There's a reverse column. Now the reverse column is to stop right here. The 22nd trying to reform their line as fast as possible to left and right of the guy in the center. 12RA now stopping on top of this hill. The 12RA do let go of their shots. 22nd firing back. Pat does take down Hedgehog. Wheels taking down Italy. Darius take down Chase Cole. The 12RA are still stopping in line. They're going to keep firing at the 22nd. 22nd not taking any casualties though, but there is Roderick taking down Pat, and Warner is getting taken down. He takes 22nd trying to fire back. 22nd only taking one casualty. Moose taking on Revenant. It's not looking good. The 22nd have shown that they can shoot so well, but they decided to choke this one round. 12 RA coming in big. 18 versus 16. 22nd outnumbered by one player. Canadian gets a one shot off before the melee starts. Darius trying to do his well here on the left flank. 17 versus 16. 12 RA do outnumber the 22nd. This could be very good news for the RA, but very bad news for the 22nd here. Darius trying to go win. 22nd taking two casualties right off the bat. Wall taking down Moose, taking down Natsu, and King Kuta taking down Moose. Moose, that's a big kill for the 12 RA now. 12 RA now doing really well for themselves, making this 12 versus 11. 22nd trying to come back. Gasbag trying to go for a backstab. Now it is Campbell tries to go for a backstab, goes for a down block. Got taken down by Warner. Though 12 RA winning this melee. 10 versus 6 right now. 22nd trying to bring it back. A lot of players here on the right. The leaders are trying to bring it back. There's a beautiful kill there, and it's now up to Ginger here. Gets one stab. Tries to go for a block. Goes for a down attack, and goes for an up stab. Gets blocked off, and it is Proteus here from the 12 RA. 12 RA, and he does side block, and Ginger's taken down by Proteus. Lex taking on Sour Cream, and 12 RA winning that round right now, ladies and gentlemen. That is 5-3 right now. 12 RA. We could be smelling a comeback here. And now 22nd beating the 12 RA by 2 rounds right now. The 22nd are stopping on the hill. They may take a couple casualties at the 12 RA. 12 RA now moving. They can take some casualties for the 22nd. 22nd firing their shots, but not any casualties. Which completely surprised that the 22nd have been landing shots all night. But right now it looks like their luck is running out, because the 12 RA now are going to go ahead and move closer towards the left side of the flank. The 22nd now going to get some reloads off, maybe trying to form up the line to the left and right of the guy on the left here. And just as I say that, they might, there it is. They're going to go ahead and reform the line to the left and right of that guy on the left flank down. Now he's in the center there. Now the 12 are going to go and do a reverse column. They stopped this reverse column here. They can fire the 22nd, take some shots at the 22nd, maybe take some casualties. 22nd now going to stop and fire. 12 RA on top of the hill. Looks like we're going to see a shootout here. 22nd trying to fire back. 12 RA firing back as well. 22nd do fire a volley of death. Only taking down 2 players. So Green Jacket taking on Black Bottom. Ginger taking down Rourke. That's a huge kill, by the way. Black Bottom 13-1 in the first half. Does get taken down, and Cannon Fire does down. Lean now making it 17 versus 18. 22nd duo outnumbered by 1 player. 22nd fire some shots. Ooh, a lot of players got hit there in the center. All those players right there in the center got hit, but unfortunately no kills. If all those shots would have made contact and made full contact, that would have been like a 4 or 5 man volley right there. Now the 12 RA moving really aggressively towards the 22nd. 22nd will be able to move out in time, but now the 12 RA will be on top of this hill. They're probably going to stop on top of this hill and fire some shots at the 22nd. 22nd and fire some shots back. 22nd, there it is. Moose taking down Warner Brother. Amit taking down Fodder. Nicola taking down Leonix. Now the 12 RA will probably have to charge here. And the charge is about to start. 14 versus 18. 22nd outnumber them by 5 players now. So 6 players now. McGirt here in the left flank trying to do his best. 12 versus 18. 22nd outnumber them by 6 players right off the bat as soon as the melee starts. It's not looking so good for the 12 RA now. 12 RA really working it smart. This is what I'm talking about. 12 RA, this is what they did to get into the season finale. So they worked together, they stayed together. Nothing was in a rush. We see some groups forming up here. The left flank of the 22nd looks really strong compared to their flank over there. Only like a 4v2 over there. 22nd coming in big. 22nd surrounding the 12 RA players and finishing them off from behind, and now making this an easy victory for the 22nd if they keep playing this way. Wall here, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. 12 RA completely outnumbered, trying to do it for the spin, but it's not enough, and one of the last players at the bottom, they're taking them down. Last 2 players here. It is King Kunta, last player, trying to do something, but he does get stabbed from behind. 22nd doing some really good footwork, some really good teamwork, and some really good group fighting to come out with a 6-3 victory right now, ladies and gentlemen. One more win for the 22nd will give them the $200 that they have deserved after 3 months of fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 months of the TNWL season, they might be victorious with the $200. Now we do have some action here, ladies and gentlemen. 22nd now lining up into the line here, firing at the 12 RA. 12 RA are exposed to danger there. 22nd firing their shots with the 12 RA, not taking any casualties. 12 RA here moving on the right side of the map, but not taking any casualties. Now the 12 RA could stop here, fire the flank of the 22nd, but 22nd might be feeling a little bit threatening here. 22nd lining up to the left, right of the leader there. The leader is there dead in the center, which is not a good spot to be, especially in this final rounds here. 22nd might fire some shots at 12 RA, but the 12 RA are going to move a lot of the gaps here of the 12 RA. Again, the 12 RA, if they stop here, this gap is going to be the death of them, because they're going to take forever to land and stop. There it is, 12 RA stopping, but one of their players finally gets to the line. 22nd firing their shots. 22nd trying to fire their shots back with the 12 RA just lining up. A lot of gaps in the 12 RA. There's a huge FOL there in the back, and the 22nd fire their shots up before they can. 22nd being out led by 2 players right now, and Amit And Canadian Hero tried to take out 2 kills. 12 already taking Canadian Hero and Billy McGuire. And with the 22nd, bringing a big hero on the left flank. There's the team kill there on Lex on Gusbag, which is completely unfortunate. 12 versus 12 right now. 22nd bringing a big 22nd. 12. A lot of team kills from the 12 right now. 22nd versus the 12 already. 9 versus 4 to the 22nd. Last players alive. 22nd trying to bring their best to close this up with the 22nd. Want to stay in this 12 already. Trying to want to stay alive. 12 already. 22nd Pat trying to go for an upstab. And his friend Lex does take down Roderick. Last player alive here. 1 versus all situation. 22nd does. Ladies and gentlemen, 22nd goes ahead and wins this match. Ladies and gentlemen, 22nd versus the 12RA. That is the final round. 7-3. 22nd wins the Semi-Pro League and now pronounced the championships of the Semi-Pro League with a new $200 added to their train of hype. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know that I'm going to do a closeout interview. I'm going to go ahead and do an interview with the 22nd Farmer and Amit to tell me what they're going to need, and hopefully they come back next season. And then tomorrow night we'll go ahead and hold the finals match for the Pro League 18th versus the 75th, which is going to be an exciting match for Best in A in the TNWL. So that's going to be exciting to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, and hopefully you guys stick around for the interviews and whatnot. So it's only going to be one interview with the main leader. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him in and see what you guys can say. Alright, so we do have Farmer and we have Court here, and I'm pretty sure Mitt will be on his way. Man, so how do you guys feel about tonight's match? I mean, this means that you guys are officially the champions of the Semi-Pro League. So, and also now you're going to be $200 richer soon, pretty here. And I mean, how do you feel?
One moment.
Pretty ecstatic with that.
Yeah, pretty ecstatic. The feelings, morale is pretty high right now.
Like I honestly never thought we'd win this, but
yeah, there was some
stars aligned.
Pretty tough competition, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we managed to pull through it.
There were some call-outs about poor ping from the 12th RA, but we weren't made aware of those issues until the match was well underway. So it's unfortunate, but that's how we started the battle, and we're going to play it from start to finish without any changes.
Man, that was some exciting stuff. Honestly, some of the rounds did take a little longer than usual, but when the action did start, honestly, my own perceptions for you guys is when you guys were in the Twitch Napoleonic Wars League, in your group session, like in the season, you guys showed amazing amount of determination to stay together as a team. Your drill was really excellent. You were together all the time. There wasn't one person. There wasn't a hair out of place. Maybe that one time, when you got on the motorcycle and you couldn't control it. But other than that, there wasn't a hair out of place. You shot as a regiment, and I don't see a lot of regiments that fire volleys. A lot of regiments fire at will these days. 99% of the regiments probably fire at will these days, but you guys fire as a regiment, as a volley. You do everything together, and at the end of the day, that dedication to being that close won you this tournament for the Semi-Pro League. So, I mean, honestly, you guys had some amazing melee, some amazing shooting. The accuracy that you guys showed sometimes was completely crazy. So, you guys did really great. Anything you want to say? Yeah, sure.
Just Billy.
So anything do you think that you owe this to anybody?
Absolutely. Everybody. Farmer and Billy for spearheading that leading operation. We had our heavy melee hitters like Wall, Moose, and Joseph, and so many other people who are proficient in melee. We can't just credit those people. We have our average players who can hold their own melee, but mostly pride themselves on their collective shooting skill. And shooting, yes, we have our shooters. I saw some disgusting shots on our own part today. I didn't know we had that in us. Very pleased to see that today. What else did you guys like today?
Oh, just the new tactics we came up with for the 1v1, just how everyone was able to pick up on that and adapt so well.
Yeah, how long did we drill the line before the event?
Good hour and a half, 2 hours.
It's not just the hour and a half. It's been the weeks of training that we've been doing that have helped as well.
I mean, I'm glad I was here today, which really sucks. I mean, I get to miss tomorrow's pro finals, but at least I was here for one of the finals, and tonight's match was really awesome. I mean, now that you guys have the championship title for the semi-pro, and probably that you guys, you'll be receiving your $200 here pretty soon. What do you think you guys are going to do with some of that money?
Well, this might sound a bit stupid, but we had envisioned that we'd try to split it up across the members who had showed up for the battles. It'd be incredibly difficult to do that, though, so It depends on the way in which the funds were made available to us. It's possible that we just put it towards server costs.
So you're not gonna just go out on the town and wait for the summer sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard Farmer in the initial interview. He said he wanted to pay off his visa bill. Farmer, that ain't gonna happen. You can go screw yourself.
I mean, if I won that money.
I'm gonna convert this into 20-second fun bucks, which is 22 fun bucks to $1, and then we're gonna split it up between everybody else.
Let's not get into that.
People are watching.
All right. So, I mean, one of my other questions is, now that you guys are the pronounced winners, I mean, do you guys think that this will change you in the upcoming season? If you guys are attending the next season, do you think it will change the way you're going to play games, or will you keep trying to improve to make it into the Pro League, or try to be the defending champions of Semi-Pro League next season?
Well, I think obviously it just gives us a better reputation overall. Like, people can just say, oh, those 20-second guys are really good, really solid in melee and shooting. That's all I would hope for.
I mean, I think you guys really deserve to win. You guys, obviously the 12 RA really fought well for them, nothing to take away from them. They were really great challengers for this position. But you guys did really well. You guys have a regiment that obviously knows what... you guys take the game for what it is, and you guys like to... you guys came in here, did really well, had fun while doing it, and you guys seem like a really good group of guys. So there's nothing more deserving than that. So I want to thank you guys for being part of the Twitch Napoleonic Wars League. Hopefully I was a good host to you guys. I know there's a lot of rough patches in the TNWL. It was the first season, so we did have a lot of things we need to work out, and this is the first thing that's kind of happened in the community. So and then real life is a biznotch, so I wasn't able to be here with you guys, especially because you guys start to do your match a whole lot earlier, but George is like, I have real life, so rest in pieces your dreams of trying to get your matches a little bit earlier. But I apologize for that. Hopefully you guys join the next season of TNWL, and hopefully you guys until you guys stay close together as a regiment. I know that you and I are in the 7th Coalition, so we'll be seeing a lot. You and I will be seeing each other way more often than usual. So thank you so much. Do you guys have any shout-outs to anybody before I let you guys go?
Just a shout out to all the guys that didn't get to play, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just pulled them aside, and some of them got to play a round or two, but part of our strategy was keeping our numbers low to something we could manage. That didn't allow for a full 27 to jump in there. We wanted mostly our best people in there. Specific shout out to our only UK member, Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins,
Yeah.
you Aberdonian Shagger.
Higgins, are you in the chat right now?
He probably is in the chat right now.
Yo, Higgins, I read your message that you sent me over stream message. I really liked what you said, man. I really appreciate it. Well, I guess any more you guys want to say? Hi, Mom. I know I didn't finish high school, but at least I won $200 on NW. Anything like that?
Oh, that hits a
hype
little too
train?
close to home, man.
One last thank you. I always say this after every match we play. I always thank Lemon for being a proud supporter of our regiment. No matter where he is right now, he's been cheering us on and encouraging us to do better things. He's been paying for our in-game server for over a year, so that's been huge for us. And he was the one who convinced me to sign us up for the TNWL, and he rooted for us all the way through.
And I would like to say I'm very glad to be a part of this regiment. And I know I'm hard on the guys, very hard on the guys, but we all saw through hard work what it got us.
All right. So one last thing, as I wanted to just let you guys know, your guy. I'm not sure who it was, but Big Black Bottom. Right. He was really good. He did really well tonight, and he's been voted the.
Yeah, that's Joseph Lennon. He's a former captain of the 9th.
Joseph is the MVP of the final match, so he will be getting a $20 game just for himself. So just let him know that he won a $20 game for himself for being the MVP of the match. So he did really well. Let him know for me. And if you're in the chat, Joseph, you did really well. Thank you so much, guys, for being part of the TNWL, and hopefully we can see you guys next season and some more spectacles. And I'll see you in the 7th Coalition. And Seamus wants to be remembered by Senpai. Seamus, you're always... dude, I see you. I don't know if the 22nd care about you, but I care about you, alright? I feel like he just watches the Sharps all day.
Yeah.
What's it called? Anyways, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, boy. I'm not ready for this season to end. Like, I've had so much fun with it, you know? Like, everyone is like, I've never seen so many regiments come together for like a giant tournament and it is just so many surprises. It's been awesome, and I'm glad that you guys won. And 12 Array, man, I wanted to see the underdog story come to life, but 22nd crushed those dreams. So good job, guys.
Because we
We
came
are.
from
I
the
mean,
exact same position as them.
I mean, they were an arty regiment, you know. I'm gonna go ahead and play a song as we slowly drift out into nothing. It's called oh, I got it. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna go to mute myself, and good night, guys.
Thank you for
Yep,
having us.
have a good one. Thanks for having us.
User disconnected from your channel. User disconnected from